Yo, what's going on, people? Welcome back to Football Therapy with me, your host Jan. I hope you're all doing well today. I really do hope that it's the big one tomorrow night, my friends. The big whopping banger. It's happening. It's a semi-final against Real Madrid, the most successful team in European Cup competition history. I believe, yes they are. Against the Chelsea, Tommy Tuchel's swanky cockneys, Eden Hazard, Real Madrid. Ooh, big time. People will back Chelsea to do something here because why the hell ruddy not? I'm going to be cracking into that today with my match preview, predicted lineup, some explanation on what Real Madrid are doing, Eden Hazard, Benzema, recent results, what we can expect, what's happening with the Chelsea. It's going to be a lot of fun, my friends, so make sure you're subscribed to this channel if you enjoy daily content. Regarding the Blues, drop a like if you want to show your support to me, your friend Jan, as we roll on into today's match preview. Alors, je commence. Big Tommy Tuchel talked about the team in his pre-match press conference, explaining how only Mateo Kovacic is absent for this game. But what a big absentee, if you ask me. A staple in our midfield, of course. N'Golo Kante comes in, but it makes me think of when, you know, we got absolutely turned over by Bayern Munich and Mateo Kovacic was the only player that looked like he fit in at this level. He is absolutely incredible, and of course, as well, Real Madrid is his old club. So, like Eden Hazard to Chelsea, Mateo Kovacic would have a lot to prove when coming up against Real Madrid, and it's a massive shame he's not fit, and I don't know the extent of his current injury, but fingers crossed he will be available for the return leg. So it's absolutely ruddy massive. Other than injuries and stuff, Thomas Tuchel was talking about the Super League, more regurgitated nonsense that you would expect in a press conference, and he was asked about Eden Hazard, and he's like, yeah, we talk about him a lot, not just because he's an opponent, you know, an upcoming opponent, but because he was so important as a, you know, player for Chelsea Football Club, sort of being the solution for this team for so many years, and the biggest player in what is the hardest league in the world. Some high praise, and probably well-earned praise too. So, some positivity, we're gonna have to keep some concentration. Chelsea, only on 2 occasions, this was actually posted to him in the press conference as well, only on 2 occasions Chelsea have conceded more than 1 expected goals. Obviously one would be West Brom, of course, but I wonder what the other game is. If you know, let me know down in the comment section below. Anyway, let's talk about Real Madrid. Zinedine Zidane and Raphael Varane, who, by the way, is being linked with Chelsea entering the last year of his contract. They fear he might be wanting a change. That would be an exciting shift for us to sign the French World Cup winner. Anyway, I digress. I'll leave that one for another, Chelsea news video. They've been talking about the Chelsea. Eden Hazard is probably fit to start should he want to. Of course, he came on against their last outing against Real Betis, and he was the most creative player in that game, despite the fact he was only on for 10 minutes. So I've got that sort of sick feeling he might start for Real Madrid. Here's the lineup they sent last time out against Real Betis, a 4-3-3, but perhaps changes you'd expect is Toni Kroos to return into the midfield, who of course is an absolutely incredible player, and potentially, and rather scarily, Eden Hazard could start on that left wing position. So they've got Rodrigo, Vinicius, Hazard, but the main man for Real Madrid this season, and indeed probably since Ronaldo left, is Karim Benzema, scintillating goal-scoring form with an excellent return in the Champions League as well. Has no problems scoring on big occasions, although he will, you know, I was going to make a joke about him not being in the France squad, but let's just move on from that. Casemiro, Toni Kroos, and Modric in a Real Madrid midfield with Hazard with a point to prove up front, and Karim Benzema in goal scoring form is terrifying. But the truth is, Real Madrid have actually not been that good recently. They've had 3 0-0 draws in their last 4 games. Alvaro Moreo of the Totally Football Show was telling James Richardson today, at the moment, if Karim Benzema isn't firing, Real Madrid are not firing. So that makes you think, if we can marshal him and keep him quiet, Chelsea would be in with a good chance of getting a good result in this first leg. Could be a potentially big ask though. Anyway, let's switch over the screens and talk about my predicted starting lineup for this game. As much as we've been impressed by Kepa Arrizabalaga lately, making surprise appearances under Thomas Tuchel, we can all expect Edouard Mendy would keep his place in goal as Chelsea's first team goalkeeper. Champions League semi-final against Real Madrid, you expect to see your first team goalkeeper. Now, although Thiago Silva is absolutely incredible, he is 36 going on 37 and kept holding his back last time out. I don't actually expect him to return for this game. I expect to see a back three of Andreas Christensen down the middle, flanked by his familiar friends, Azpilicueta to return to right centre-back because he was getting roasted as a right wing-back. Let's be honest, and Antonio Rudiger playing his favoured lately left centre-back role. To me, that makes sense. I'd be very surprised to see Kurt Zouma in the starting lineup. Right, midfield has to select itself. We know there's three players Thomas Tuchel heavily relies on, and he approached them as soon as he arrived at Chelsea to tell them he was going to rely on them. Obviously, Kante, Kovacic and Jorginho, and Kovacic being out with the aforementioned injury as the aforementioned absentee, it has to be Jorginho and Kante in the midfield, who can function well enough together. We have to go for the more defensively resolute right wing back in this instance, I believe, although I don't think anyone would feel really wronged to see Callum Hudson-Odoi at right wing back. He can certainly play well there. I think the preference in this instance, in a big game, has to absolutely be Reece James, starting at right wing back. Similarly, left wing back now, there's no going back, it has to be Ben Chilwell. If you play against a really defensive team with a low block and loads of tall centre halves, fair enough, bring in Marcus Alonso, but for the moment when you need functionality as the left wing backs get up and down well, it has to be Ben Chilwell, doesn't it? Mason Mount had absolutely insane stats in the London derby against West Ham and absolutely, for me, is my player of the season. And when he's not in that role and he's not in that front three, Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea looks so much worse. Even when he dropped to midfield, he can do a job there, but we lose so much going forwards, as you saw against Brighton. We need him in that front three, and I've got him playing as the number 10 sort of false 9 in my predicted lineup. Christian Pulisic did a pre-match press conference, and that is almost a certain indicator he will start this game. And you know what? Absolutely as he should be, in my opinion. I have him in the front two with new goal-scoring form Timo Werner. I shouldn't laugh because he's been pretty good recently. I mean, I shouldn't laugh at all because I'm a massive Timo Werner fan. Let's get that right. So we're rotating front two, pacey on the break, Christian Pulisic and Timo Werner. But, we can have sub-appearances from Ziyech. To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised at all to see Hakim Ziyech start this game because he's trusted in the Champions League. And should Ziyech start, he'd be the right forward. And of course, Pulisic would be the left forward in his favoured position. I just have a feeling Timo Werner's going to start. Alright then, let's get rid of my lineup and talk about this game a little bit more. Massive, absolutely huge this game. Very difficult one to call because Real Madrid can either look magnificent, and often in the Champions League they can just, turn it on. But also they have the ability to look completely toothless, so it is very difficult to call. And of course, I've mentioned it here before, and I'm going to say it again, the headlines will be written about Eden Hazard pulling off a masterclass against Chelsea Football Club. He will want to do it as well. But, will he start? Will he just get half an hour, come on at 60 minutes, that kind of thing, and then maybe start the reverse fixture or the reverse leg, excuse me. I'm not so sure. I'm going to do a score prediction for this game. And I'm gonna go for it. I think we can keep Real Madrid out. I genuinely think that, especially with Kante starting completely fit, with everyone concentrating, with Mendy in goal, everyone confident. Keep the ball, keep possession, keep Benzema quiet. I think we can keep the clean sheet, and I think also we might be able to sneak a goal. I think it would be like the first Atletico Madrid game, and I'm gonna say a 1-0 win to Chelsea Football Club, and I would absolutely rip your arm off for that, of course. So let me know your sort of score predictions, what you changed to my lineup, and what you think about the game down in the comment section below. If you've enjoyed the video, please show me by dropping a like, that means a lot. Consider subbing if you want daily content, my friends. other than that, I'm out of here. So enjoy the football, and I will see you later.
You ain't so tough with that bad boy tuck. I'ma get it how I'm living, I'ma walk the walk. Outline my lines, I rap through thought. Body bag the verse, outlined in chalk. In my life seen trouble, hustle on the double. Silence on the trigger like my pick got a muzzle. Yo chick like to guzzle, bad boy stay in trouble. I only love this paper, sorry I don't. I laugh me baby.